you need to go to the
Okay,
bathroom
I'm just
first.
gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go faster.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Fasten your seatbelts for another Naughty Dog creation.
Greetings, creatures of this blood. I come to compete. So, you pesky Earthslugs like to race, eh? Well, nitrous oxide.
Okay, now I'm back, and I think I'm gonna be ready.
Travel the stars looking for
With me a little
creatures to
moment.
test my skills. It's a little game I
Gonna
call
change the
survival.
splits.
Here's the way we play. I challenge the best driver.
Well, you have saw that's on the screen is the principal enemy of the game. It's not such a huge explanation. And well, I hope that this run will be nice for all the people who is a huge fan of Coco, because now we are gonna play as her, and this is for Midwest. Where's Midwest? So okay, after I press the cross button or continue without save screen, and this is gonna take like 5 seconds again. And so time's gonna start when Coco appears on screen. And anyways, I'm gonna also do the countdown.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so wait me a little moment. Just stop. And I'm just gonna check if the delay steals correctly. Okay, it's fine. In some way. So, a timer, I'm gonna make the countdown from 5. Is there a problem with it? Or it's fine?
Should be good.
Okay.
Timer will be a little bit early due to the delay between Discord and OBS, but that's okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, this is Crash Team Racing, and this is the first spin-off of the franchise, and also,
Welcome to the
and unfortunately, the last game developed by Naughty Dog before they sell the rights of the character and all the entire franchise, which is something a bit awful for all the people who, like me, who plays the Crash games a lot when they were a kid. And well, and this spin-off, this is a racing game, and the thing I need to say about this is that Crash Bandicoot were considered as a big rival for Super Mario and the second made of 90s. And thanks to it, most people have started to feel that Crash Team Racing were like a kind of clone of Mario Kart 64, but in many aspects, Crash Team Racing were entirely superior to Mario Kart 64, because for example Mario Kart 64 is just a multiplayer game, it doesn't have any kind of history mode or something like that, but this game also has an history mode that is this one that we're playing right now. And where, if I remember correctly, this is the first PS1 game that introduced a multi-tap, which was an adapter to connect 4 controllers and make that 4 people play at the same time. Because originally the PlayStation just has two controller ports. And well, the plot of the game is that, as you have saw when I was in the bathroom, and nitrous oxide, an alien who claims himself as the best runner of all the galaxy, is now looking for rivals, new runner, and now he is looking for a race with the best runner of the Earth. And if he wins, he's gonna turn the planet Earth into a galaxy. But if he leave the Earth in peace, so we don't want that he turn the Earth into a parking lot, so we need to drive as fast as possible. And that's what makes doing speedruns of racing games. Because if you are wondering how you can speedrun a racing game, well, you just need to drive as fast as possible to get first place as fast as possible. So basically this is all about CTR. And if you're wondering why I'm using Coco, it's because on the first days of speedrunning of this game, it's supposed that you choose between Tiny Tiger and Dingodile because both characters were the most fast. And some time later, it was discovered that it's acceleration is the key point of the game. So in this game, there are just two characters that have the best acceleration, but characters are Coco and Engine, but I should have submitted this game with the bid war between Witcher, but Coco is bad, so glad if I run this and I don't play as Coco. When I was a kid, I used time, so that kind of intimate also. And well, the technique here, as you can see, it's viewed like part of, and there's a part, it's gray, but it turns and it turns. Well, when I press the R, or parts are for pressing the R1 button, that part turns into red R1 button to perform a mini turbo. And well, that's basically the most fastest way to move into the game. And also I'm gonna be trying to performing this in some specific parts in order to gain the enough speed to go for some non-intended circuits. Because for example in that last part of this stage that was through tubes, and I haven't go through the normal part of the stage, for normal part of the track, and okay, that's it. And what happens when you're not going on the intended way of the track? Well, that parts are slower, so it's gonna make that our character moves a bit slower. So thanks to it, I try to gain the most speed as I can in order to don't lose time when I'm trying to take the shortcuts. For example, this is another shortcut that also it will make that I'm gonna lose a bit of speed, but it doesn't matter a lot because I'm gonna get it back soon. And with performing this correctly in some parts of the game. Also, it's not supposed that you need to use the analog sticks on this game, but I like to use them, and because with analog stick there are some moves not able to do, but you can get them easily with the D-pad. And also, what have you saw there that was a way to skip a missile that was gonna hit me? It throw at the correct time an item right behind me, and that item is gonna take damage of that missile, so that's gonna be something useful in some parts. And also, you can are not familiarized with the Crash Bandicoot franchise that you have played Mario Kart game at last, you can notice that some items has some similarities. Mario Kart item. Good timing. for example, that green formulas, we can consider them as the bananas, TNT, I don't know how to associate them. And the missiles are like the red shells. There are some bombs that are like green shells. The difference is because a missile can go directly to hit an enemy, but the bomb go directly and and it's a bit hard to aim with them. But that's gonna depend also of your this history mode on four different warp kind of rooms or warp rooms, whatever you wanna call them. We need to beat 4 stages, and each time you beat a stage, you gain a trophy. You need to have 4 trophies to go to the boss battle, and once you are on the boss stage, you're gonna be able to gain a key if you beat the boss, obviously. So now it's time to go to Sewer Speedway, which is the last stage of this warp room.
You can get a hang time turbo,
Which is right here. Also, talking about the versions of the game, there are 3 different versions: the NTSC-U, which is the version that I'm using right now, the NTSC-J, and the POL version. The worst version to run the game is the NTSC-J version, because there are gonna be some parts where the bosses are gonna start to talk to us, and that dialogue takes more time on Japanese version. I think that Japanese version makes you lose like 1 minute thanks to it, because there's no way to skip that dialogues. And with the POL, in between NTSC and POL version, it doesn't matter which version do you use. Only but are the same in some ways, or not fully the same, but there are some kind of differences. But the U version should be the best one for the game. And this is something curious, because the world record for this category, which is any person Warpless disc, has been set up on the POL version, and second place is set up on the NTSC version. And well, and the reason of the POL version is that we know on that era the video games on all regions obviously were inferior to the frame rate and all that stuff. But to compensate that, the developers added a multi-language option. They added a lot of languages to their game, so also this game on the POL version has a multi-language option with 6 different languages, and we're used that on PS1 games. When we press the triangle button, it's for skip something. So for some reason the developers forgot to add a line code that prevents that players can skip the language selections. So if you press the triangle button screen, you are gonna be able to trigger the language glitch, which is that any language is load, so there's gonna be any kind of also Uka Uka every time that he spawns. He's not gonna talk to us, and he's just gonna disappear instantly, and also it's gonna make that the boss doesn't have any kind of dialogues. And also that one boss speech is gonna be missed, it's gonna be skipped. The heads of some bosses are gonna get switched, which is something also curious of the game. Now it's time to go for the first boss battle, which is Reaper Root, and again we enter to that weird stuff of the game, because for example, you can see here, this boss has text, it doesn't have dialogues, it just makes some noises. On the POL version, thanks to the language glitch, obviously no text appears, but for some reason, and also the noises are not played. But on the Japanese version, Reaper Root has some dialogue speech, and also it was intended that Reaper Root got some dialogues on this game on the NTSC and POL versions, but it's done at the end well retired. Also, if you look on YouTube, you can find the speech of the Peru the intended part that he was gonna say. And also, thanks to the language glitch on Paul version, and some dialogues and some speech are not correctly loaded. Just on weird occasions, Reaperoo makes his noises on Paul version. Because also I run the Paul version but on a PS3, and this is a separate leaderboard. Because there are a leaderboard for disc version and a leaderboard for virtual console version. The reason of this is because the PSM versions, at least on the PSP, and the PS1 games runs at 4%, and that was considered as a bit unfair for this game. So there are two different leaderboards. The first one is the disc leader, and this is when you are playing this game on a PS1, PS2 or PS3 using a retail disc, or even on a PC emulator also. But if you're playing the PlayStation Network version on a PSP, on a PS Vita, on a PS TV, or on a PS3, it has the Virtual Console leaderboards. And now this was the first boss battle, and he has been defeated. Now again, he got a new speech. He's gonna use the first key, and now we're gonna be able to move to the next zone of the game.
Congratulations on opening.
Now it's time to go to the Tiger Temple. And also something I need to say is that on all of these zones there are gonna be two stages from start. The Gate and Tiger Temple, but I like to start first with Tiger Temple. And this is because once you stage your or stage locked with this quantity of throw. So now I'm gonna explain the category. As I've said before, this is any person Warpless. There's a glitch present on NTSC and Japanese version of that, and it can make that you can set up some wrong or mode that the game has. Thanks to it, you can access last cutscene of the game in less than 5 minutes instead of playing the history mode, and that's considered the any person or any person glitch category. So any person Warpless, it's the intended any person route. Because also this game has two different endings. The bad ending, that is the one that we're gonna get, and the good ending is triggered when you make the full completion of the game, which is the 101%. And the bad ending is that it's just a speech. He said that he can't beat him since he never loses, but we need to gain the tokens, gems, relics, all that kind of stuff, and once and he invites to us, once we get it, we can raise him again, and then when we have all of that and we defeat him, the good ending that is that he leaves the earth in peace. I think it is that I need to say is that it doesn't matter if you gain all the trophies and keys and you are able to go versus the exact battle, because once you can't, you use him and in order to get all the stuff that you forget. But once you get everything, you're gonna get second speech of Oxide that say that now you have got everything, and now it's a good time to raise him again. I said this is curious because the first time that I finished this game, I haven't went versus the final boss battle. I have to wait until I unlock everything, and I got that speech, and I was like, wait, why do you say that I need to beat you a second time, even if I haven't go versus you. And maybe this was because the developers never think, or once they were able to go versus outside, they wait until they unlock everything in order to race him again. As I've said, full completion of this game is 101%, and the way to get it is gain all the trophies, and once you get the trophies you're unable to access the stage until you beat the boss of that zone. Once boss enter. You have or are they PTR the race CDR challenge, and there you need the NR that has come to some stages that we, and we finished the race on first. The relics, the time some boxes there, then break them, and you need to
Congratulations, you win a trophy. To get a turbo boost, wow.
for this 20% category, we're not that. You're just gonna go for all boss. And also, just some hints to get better breath. There's old Aqua hint. This is good. Shortening unintended shortcut. But also I need to gain the knock speed for it. And I'm gonna fall down. Okay, I don't have the enough speed, so I'm not gonna take the shortcut. And also, if you have noticed on this stage, for example on Root Tubes, obviously the name was a hand, and you have saw the Reaper on all stage and on the track, and now you can also see some pictures of on which is Papu Papu. And also the name is called, the stage is called Papu's Pyramid. The stages makes a reference to the you're gonna defeat on once you get on, and also it's gonna be you are. Now I'm gonna here an animation. Sorry, I forgot to skip that. And well, when maybe you're wondering what happened if you try to access to a track or a stage when you don't have to go for it. For example, for this battle, I need to have all trophies, and I just I just need
Access
one
this
extra
boss
trophy.
garage.
The reason why I triggered this is because if I it's on next bosses, but if I trigger them on the next bosses, I'm gonna lose more. I can skip them. It doesn't matter. I can skip and don't trigger that speeches. But with the fourth boss, unfortunately, I'm not able to skip that, and on that part, I lose a huge amount of time. So it's better to trigger this here because now that speech is not gonna be triggered on next stages. And again, I silence just for focusing purposes. But I do this. This is just a little advice for staff. Every time I keep quiet just for focus on the game, if staff have something to say, I don't really have any kind of problem. I just make this advice. And now it's time to go to the next boss battle, which is Papu Papu. And again, I'm gonna get quiet. And here's in the Paul version when all the weird stuff starts, because here, and for some reason, the heads of the bosses are switched. If I remember correctly, I think that here we're gonna have the Papu Papu's body, but it's gonna be the head of Pinstripe, which is the fourth boss of the game. You can hit me? Okay, that. And also, as you have saw first boss battle, the boss is well. Okay, I'm not gonna go for a shortcut because that was a bit risky since Papu was so close to me. There we go. And third boss defeated.
Papu not himself today? Maybe Papu not eating a big breakfast. You are fast for be so small. Here is key to help. Oxide much bigger problem for you. Him not as big, but him much more grumpy.
Okay, what's happening? Okay, I don't know. Okay, I don't know what is happening with my controller. This is so bad. And now it's time to start with the lag zone, because as you're gonna see, the animation is gonna be so slow here. And well, that's a problem that happens with some PS2 consoles. My PS3, it's intended to be the best for most of the PS1 games, but some of few of them doesn't work properly. This version of this console, for example, and for this game, for Crash Racing, it's better to have a fat PS2, which are the 30K, 50K models, because the game does. But in this case, you're gonna see, if you put the correct attention, the game is gonna turn a bit slower. And that's the reason why you don't need to be catching up a lot of items and on every part of your phone. And also that internet skip makes you save like 5 to 6, between 5 to 6 seconds. Now, second stage, Dragon Mines, and again, reference to the boss, which is Komodo Joe. Here is the garage challenge, but we are not able to access him until we get all. Gooby, wait, somebody. Okay, I'm just making a local recording just in case because I'm in a good PV pace. I have started to make the local recording now. I hope that I haven't lost like a huge amount.
Congratulations. You win a trophy.
So I forgot to local recording when I have started. Now it's supposed that I live again, isn't it? That was. So now this is Polar Pass and again nothing important to say. And sorry guys for a while the run went down, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, it's fine. So the good part is that now my run is up. And again, we just need to keep moving, go as fast as possible. And after this, I'm gonna start with my worst stage, which is Tiny Arena, and that's one of my first killer, basically PvP pace killer stage or track of the game. Because it's supposed that if you go so far away from the IA characters, you can move a bit faster and, well, not that part. You can skip all their attacks, all their items, or most of them, but unfortunately in Tiny Arena I'm not so able to do that, so I'm gonna try to hope to get the best luck, because on that stage usually sometimes since I am so close to the IA characters, they're gonna start to throw me a lot of items, and it's gonna make that I can finish on first place, and obviously if you don't finish on first place you don't gain the trophy, you need to repeat the stage. But as you saw, every time that I enter to a track I start from 8th place. That's something that doesn't happen and unless you fail and need to repeat the stage. For example, if I finish this stage on 2nd place and I use the retry mode, I'm gonna spawn on 2nd place.
Here you go.
Now it's time to go
You win a trophy.
to the last stage, which is Tiny Arena. Last stage of this zone, and also this is the most longest, one of the most longest of the game, and at least one of the most longest for me in all the run. So this took me like between 3 to 4 minutes to beat, because literally you need to keep jumping and performing some turbos and some parts, and you need to be careful when you are turning, because this curve doesn't allow you to move so accurately as we can say. And this is the bomb that I have told you on the first part of the run, that it's a bit hard to just to aim. Unless for me in some stages I can use it properly on another ones, but unless for me that's one of the worst items that you can get during your during the race. And also you can see that, I forgot to say this, that there are some bugs that if I break them I'm gonna gain some Wumpas, and all the time I got 10 Wumpa fruits I'm gonna be able to... Okay, this is garbage. I'm gonna be able to go a bit faster and also to get better items. So now we start with the tricky part, that's escape from the first place. God, I hope that I don't get this kind of issues. But Cortex sometimes breaks my head when I try to hit him. I say hit because I cannot say other word right now. But you can make a kind of idea. Okay, it's good that I have got that clock. That's gonna make that the other characters go more slower and I can go faster? Well, in the normal pace. We can consider it's an equivalent to the Thunder item on Mario Kart. I don't know if that's the correct name since my principal language is Spanish and I'm used to the name of the items in Spanish. No, it's not good. Well, I have a good distance, so that doesn't mean that I need to keep playing safe in some aspects, obviously. Now it's time to move to the boss battle, which is Komodo Joe. And again, there is gonna be set up on Dragon Mine stage.
Now you'll see why I'm the most field driver on the circuit. I'll earn the right to face off.
And well, now he's gonna throw to us some TNT boxes and Nitro boxes, but this is different compared with how Reaper Root throws the items, because on this case, okay, wait a sec. On this situation, he's gonna throw the TNTs on the air, and as the boxes fall down, they're gonna explode. That's not the case with the Nitro boxes, he's just gonna put them on the floor. So this starts gonna be a bit hard talking about trying to go ahead of him. This shouldn't be a problem for me. Okay, never mind. And also all the time that we got hit, and we are gonna lose some of the Wumpa fruits that we have. The risky part is when I am just so close to him and I'm behind of him, because he maybe can throw an hitbox. It's gonna hit me. And now I just need to be focused on finish on first place. He shouldn't be a problem right now. Because once you have a good distance of the boss, you just need to focus on. Don't make big mistakes trying to beat the bosses. Obviously these races were so slow, but at last I have finished at first place at the first attempt.
Surprised me you did. Here's a key for the win. Still, I think you're not fast enough to outrace Oxide. We're going to lose our planet, and it will all be your fault.
If you are wondering what is that big green TV screen, it's the load save screen that we are not gonna use. I love when that happens. So if you're wondering what happened there, as you have saw, there's some big stuff that falls down, so there's a certain dead zone that even if you don't see on screen, when that stuff hits you or fall down from the roof, you're just gonna receive damage. Okay, I got hit. I'm aware of that. And it's not good. It's not good, Tiny. You don't need to win. I need to win, so... Get out of the way. Move, Tiger. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Tiny, get out of the way. Now it's time to
Congratulations. You win a trophy.
move to Cortex Castle. Second track of this morning. It's easy to find. Here down. And again, here's an intended shortcut, but sometimes it's a bit hard for me to get it because you need to gain some speed to catch them. At least for me, since I run both NTSC and POL versions, I have found some quite differences. For example, on NTSC, some tricks are more hard to get, and on POL obviously you can get them easy. And also on NTSC, the IA it's more harder than on POL, as far as I have noticed since I have played both versions of the game. Damn. Okay, I shouldn't have used the mask here because the mask I can should have been used here as a backup strat. So let's see. Okay, I have got it. I have got skip. That was good. This saves again another 6 seconds. Between 4 to 6 seconds. To finish this stage because I'm not sure if I can do this because sometimes the RNG is a bit troll, but I try to do my best and see if I can get it. Okay, I'm gonna get it, so gotta go try one more route. And again, I haven't gained the correct speed, so at least I'm glad that just on, at least in the first lap I got the skip. I mean, just gonna lose a huge amount of time, to be honest.
Congratulations.
And now this is the third stage, which is Hot Air Skyway. And remember what I told you about the garage of boss stages? Well, that was the garage that you cannot just... Okay, where I'm moving... Okay, that was my mistake. That was for this way. I feel bad about this. I don't know why I have done that. I got confused. I thought for a moment that I need to go to the exact station. But it was Hot Air Skyway. Well, and this Hot Air Skyway is gonna be the stage that we are gonna have the boss battle, which versus Pinstripe, which was a boss feature on the first Crash Bandicoot game. And here we're gonna see an glitched skip. It wasn't a skip intended for the developers, because there are a part where the track is joined and it's just some wall that makes everything go separate. So we're gonna perform a high jump in this part in order to reach the other part. How we're gonna do this? I'm just gonna be here. So 1, 2. Okay, Cortex hasn't let me to do that, so I'm gonna repeat it. 1, 2, I jump and I reach on this board, and now I'm on first place, and this makes that I can save between 10 to 15 seconds. Well, at least comparing this with my actual abilities to beat this can makes me save 15 seconds. But I have saved less thanks because I have failed the jump from the start thanks to Cortex. And there's a big blimp with the image of the boss. Move away. Okay, that's another glitch glitches you have. So I haven't got the jump, but at least the game put me on first place. And what happened here? Well, when you can't get the jump, but for some reason your position says that you are on the other part of the track. If you go backwards, the game's gonna think you have fall off of the track, and then a clock is gonna appear to put you again on the track. So I'm gonna see if I can get this at the first time on here. I hope I can get it.
Long way.
I'm gonna use the equipment just in case. Okay, that was bad since I haven't reached that last part, and this is gonna be something bad.
Long way.
Okay, I don't like how this looks.
Long way.
Okay, I have reached this part, but unfortunately, it looks like I'm not gonna be able to finish in first place. I hope that it doesn't happen. Also, another way to know when a character has crossed the line is that at the level screen you can see their positions. When their number turns red, that means that they crossed the line. So in this case, RIP, because Engine has crossed the line on first place. And that's something that I don't like about Skip here, because if you don't set up it correctly, you're not gonna be able to save time. You're gonna lose a huge amount. Like, unfortunately, I have lost here, and this hurted me because this was a potential PB pace. And well, once you fail that and you need to repeat in stage, that means that PB pace is dead. But don't worry, and if everything goes fine, we're gonna finish under the estimate.
Long way. Long way.
And also, just go safe. I have decided to don't take shortcut here, just to show you the intended way to go. And now this is the last
Congratulations.
stage, the last track of the game that we want to go. Before we go versus 2 boss battles, and also that stage is gonna be the stage for the Nitrous Oxide boss battle. This is Oxide Station, and again I'm gonna execute here another unintended shortcut that can save also a huge amount of time. Fortunately, it's not so hard to execute as the other air skyway shortcut. Everything should be fine, and that was the equivalent to the blue shell Mario Kart. So the way we took the shortcut is here. I jump and I land here, and I have got a good part of the track. For the next lap I'm gonna show the map just so thanks to this you can see how much I have skipped. Again, I'm just gonna gain speed here. I perform a jump, and we cut again a good part of the track. And so also, as I've said before, after this stage we're gonna have the last boss battles, which is the pinstripe race, and then the final boss battle, which is the outside race. Okay, the good part of this is that if you forget to gain all the knock speed, there's a certain spot, as you have saw, that you can make the jump, and if you land correctly, you can also skip that part of the track. And now we're gonna have the speech of Pinstripe
If you're
here.
gonna face Oxide, you're gonna have to get past me first. I'm the speed champion here, and I'm gonna save the world. For a sizable fee, of course.
And here in the Pinstripe battle, he's gonna throw to us some bombs. So again, if I set up correctly, then skip, I'm gonna be able to be ahead of him and don't get worried about where the ski throw the items. I get back to the topic that sometimes the bombs are the bombs are a bit hard to manipulate and to aim with them. So for some reason he got a huge amount of good luck trying to get them. So I'm gonna do it here. Set up, I jump, and have I got it. Okay, I'm gonna try just a second time. If I don't get it, I'm gonna restart the stage. Okay, I have got it.
Have some of this.
It's time to perform the skip.
Wrong way.
There we go. That's the intended way to get it. Talking about the glitched skip, I guess. This skip wasn't intended by the developers of the game. Time to and also on help 15 seconds.
Wrong way.
You're mine. You're mine.
And yes, that's defeated. Now it's time to move to nitrous oxide, which is the last boss of this game. And obviously it's more harder to beat because from the start he's gonna start to move before the likes goes win, and I am able to move. So, and also depending on which part of the stage does he's gonna throw a lot of items between the formulas, the bombs, TNT and nitro boxes and all that stuff. So after that, we're gonna have the Rayman Legends run on the marathon. So as I've said before, he's gonna start throwing before the light goes green. Oh, okay, that was that was kind of amazing. Okay, that wasn't good, but it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna lose so much time if I try to do this again. Except if something like that happened. And yeah, unfortunately the game hasn't spotted me on the right corner. Okay, I don't know why it's happening. Okay, I'm gonna restart the race, doesn't matter. So let's RNG to finish under the estimate. because again I got this bad luck from the start. And for example, if you don't, as have done here unfortunately, if you don't time correctly the way that you are gonna start the race, you're gonna lose the initial boost, and that's something bad because that can help you a bit in order to don't fail a lot. And no. Okay, I'm gonna go for the intended way. I'm gonna go for the skip on the second. On the second lap, so now you're gonna see how much can you skip if you perform correctly the skips. And this is the part that you reach if you decide to skip everything. Now he's so far away from me, but everything goes fine. We shouldn't have any kind of problem. I'm gonna use this just in case. Okay, checking the map, he's not far away, fortunately. Okay, here it is. No. I love when the game makes that and some textures disappear. I'm gonna try to keep this just as a backup. Second time to get skip, and yes guys, we got it. We got this, guys. So now, if you pay attention to the in-game timer, you're gonna see the difference between all the time that you can save. Unfortunately, I have went out of estimate, but it doesn't matter. This is the last lap. So also staff, get ready for the timer. Time's gonna finish once I cross the finish line. So please guys, get ready. So in a moment we're gonna have that. And time. Okay, so first of all, I hope that people can apologize me. I can understand the situation. I'm really sorry that I have got out of the estimate, but at least it wasn't a huge amount of lost time. I got some bad luck trying to get some skips, and also I went trolled by the IA characters, but well, this was Crushing Racing, and now after I press this, for example on the PAL version, when you skip this screen of when you get the first place trophy and the game crashes thanks to a language glitch, so something that doesn't happen on NTSC versions. So well, and that was Crushing Racing and Yo Senpai, and remember guys to keep donating. Now we're gonna see the Rayman Legends run, and tomorrow I have my Pepsi Man run, and there's an incentive for the run, which is the cutscenes incentive. So if you wanna see the weird cutscenes that weird game has, and also if you want that I explain that weird cutscenes with no sense, you can keep donating. And remember that when you donate, you need to put the money towards the Pepsi Man cutscenes incentive, which is $30. So well, I'm out, so see you guys.